Hi guys, how are you? Well, today we're gonna make another tutorial for an audiophile switch. How to make one, how to build in an old stereo of yours. For example, today we're gonna use a CD player to make an audiophile switch. So if you have a receiver and an amplifier, an high-end amplifier, you know the receivers are not that good for music. So for those of you audiophiles who want to listen to the pure music of the sound, you got to use the amplifier, which is below. The amplifier is below, is that I have that Pioneer, and above is the Denon, which I thought, well, I'm gonna use it for the music, but it's not the case. To have a high-end amplifier, you got to give yourself somewhere between 4,000 euros and 7,000 euros to have it all in one amplifier. So for those of you who don't know how to install an audiophile switch, we made to another amplifier, which also for the music. So please watch that video, search into our videos. It's a Denon amplifier with audiophile switch. I think it's the only idea on YouTube. You can search even on YouTube. I think you will find it very easily. So basically we use this switch, but this switch is okay, but if you insist on the contacts, you will destroy the internal switch contacts, because it will dilate the contacts inside, and in time you will have problems. You will have imperfect contacts, and for this, guys, we will use the big brother, which is 12 pin with 10 amps. You see it goes at high voltages. So this is basically only some contacts, are very good strong contacts that will make between your amplifier and your receiver. So I've been using with this switch, which is good, but yeah, I told you in time those contacts inside will not work. So basically, let me show you behind. Let me show you how I did this one. This one is different from the other one because I will not move it. I will not, it will stay in one place. So this is basically from the receiver. It will go directly from the receiver. I didn't put connectors like here, because the wires, I want to avoid as many contacts as possible. So directly from the switch it goes through these wires into the receiver connectors. So figure it out. If I put these connectors, I have another contact and another contact, and these wires go directly to the receiver above, like you saw, and this one goes to the amplifier. And all of this makes the switch, this switch, above and below, and it will go directly to the speakers, which will be connected here on these connectors. I couldn't fit it to gold-plated connectors, but if are strong, if I put silver soldering, and it's very good. And basically you will stick here the speakers, and with that switch you will change from the receiver to the amplifier and vice versa. Okay, so now let's change this switch and let's put the big brother. So you see this switch, if you are holding your soldering device too much on these contacts, it will break, and inside it will melt, and in time you'll have problems. So this is why we're gonna switch to a bigger device, to the professional 100% device. So the idea is very simple. This big switch comes with this screw. I couldn't manage to solder. I think I will put some solder here to make the contacts perfectly, but I squeezed the hell out of these wires, which have solder in the top, if you can see. And when you squeeze so hard this, it's impossible not to make a perfect contact. Well, maybe the devices like multimeter will find imperfections, but your ear will not. I guarantee you that the sound will be perfect. And it's good that it's very practical. It's very rapid to squeeze these wires. It's well tanked, it's well built, and it's instantaneous. So with this old switch, if you will not insist, if you will have smaller wires, because these big wires are 1.5 millimeters, I think, yes, you will have problem with them because it will break. You have to put a lot of isolator tape, duct tape, and it will break eventually. You will have a lot of stress with it. It works, it's good. But another thing I want to show you, this is different from that Denon amplifier switch that I mounted in our previous videos, which had two positions. This one doesn't have two positions, it goes directly from one position to other. That one, it has a middle position. Let me show you, just like this one. This one has a middle position, yeah, you see, and now the top and the bottom and the top. And this is a good thing because it will protect your source circuit. A couple of times I had problems and my receiver went into the protection, speaker protection mode, because I short circuit with this one, and this is what I'm changing it. If you find with the middle position is best, that middle position helps you to avoid this, and you can use this one, but use smaller wires for it's not practical for big speakers. If you have the middle position and you want to struggle, yes, it's good, but don't insist with the heat to these pins. If you are insisting, you see it will melt, and it will melt inside, you will not notice it. So let's finish up the installation. Well, the installation is ready and it's looking beautiful. As you see, I don't think I will insist with solder because I don't know, it on this chrome it will not stick, and I think the connections are perfect. I will measure with the multimeter and see, but I don't see problems soldering. Of course, it's better to solder, but if you have time, nerves of steel, you can try this. I think on this screws it will stick, but I'm not sure about this. I'm not going to put isolator. As you see, the wires are very blocked here. It's impossible a wire to come off from this switch. So let's put it in the front. I made a bigger hole now, and I have it will look very good. I have the screws necessarily. It will look perfect into this CD player. And the project is finished, guys. Look how nice it is. It's big, but I don't care. I don't mind this. And it's also strong. You can sense how strong it is. The connections inside will have a great strengthness. And inside, guys, be careful not to put it next to metal objects. From the base plate it has some space. It doesn't touch any wires, it touches only plastic. It doesn't touch metal. Be careful not to touch any metal inside, and put it away from the power source. This is important. I will fit it here. I will have some protection here, if you see, some pin that will hold the wires and not touch this transformer. It doesn't get that hot, the transformer, but it's important the wires to stay and not to joggle inside your device. I don't know where you will mount it. You can mount it on a CD player, you can mount it wherever you have a space. You can mount this switch even on a box, and you can make connections with those kind of connectors for the speakers, and you're good to go. The purity of the sound is 99%. You will don't lose that much even if you have connectors. I think it's over 99%. The connections are very good. The signal is strong. You will not lose any signal. This is very important to have an accurate contact. So on the multimeter, on the 200 ohms, I have 0.63, 0.64 passing through this switch, and if I will put directly to the wires, I will have the same value. Let's see. So you see, if I put in the multimeter, I have 0.62, 0.63 directly on the same wire. It's directly on the wire. I'm not touching with my hands the red one. You can see 0.61. So this is how good it is passing through this switch. The contacts are very, very strong, very good. You will not lose basically anything. Let's mount everything and let's see the final result. Well guys, I think the result is awesome. I think the switch looks very good, beside the scratches that I made. If I did a rush, I could avoid the scratches, but this is not important because you will not see them. This is not an excuse, but the switch looks good. It's like it's from the factory. And you will have two positions. One is for protection and the other one is for switching between the receiver and the amplifier. So you can mark the top wires here. You can mark them for the receiver, the right one and the left one. If you have also marks for the amplifier, you can mark them. Let's install everything and we're good to go. This is how you make a true audiophile switch. So the connections are nice and tight. Here are the speakers, which have, I think it's 2.5 millimeters, 2 or 2.5, something like this. It's a powerful cable for the speakers, the left, right and the right one. And respect the colors, guys, to the switch. I didn't tell you this important thing. Respect the colors. Put always the plus to the sides and the negative inside, and do not unite the negative. Even if you know at some amplifiers, at some the minus is united, well, to the amplifiers, to the high-end sounds, to the high-end amplifiers, to the high-res receivers, the channels are always separated. If you see here, we have 7.2 channels are always separated. So do not unite the plus channels. First, let's test the receiver. So I put in the upper position, and be careful if you are putting in the upper position, the pins are the down pins. As you look at the back switch, are the bottom pins, are not the upper pins, are the bottom pins. So when you switch up are the bottom pins, when you switch down are the upper pins. It's opposite. You get my point. For those of you who are aware of the review AVR S960H, well, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better at the sound. It's not like as I was expecting, but I think Denon made a progress. So now we'll play from the top receiver. You see the left and the right. Okay, I cannot let too much the music because I will have problems with the copyright material. So a couple of seconds for you to make an idea. Now it's in neutral position. And now we have the amplifier. Without giving hundreds of euros for a true audiophile box switch. So this is how we can do it, guys. If I help you save some money, please thumbs up for this video and like this video and subscribe to our channel, because we have crazy good old ideas. You can feel free to view our over 300 videos of ideas on this channel. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a pleasant day. See you. Bye.